conventional loans, FHA loans, what does it all mean?
Riley, relax. I've got a game plan for you. Don't you worry.
Start at the basics. What is a
Yes.
conventional loan?
So a conventional loan is any loan that's backed by Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, who are basically the two biggest governing bodies of the mortgage industry. And a conventional loan will be a loan that's typically you're going to need a credit score of 620 or better. Minimum down payment's going to be anywhere from 3 to 5% for a conventional loan. And also, you're going to have a max loan limit per conventional guideline. So the maximum loan you can do via conventional financing is $647,200. Now, every year, depending on median home prices, that amount goes up. Typically, we get that number around November, December. We've already seen that this coming year, for 2023, we're gonna set a new minimum of at least $715,000 or greater. So we'll see what that exact number is gonna be, but right now it's pinpointed around $715,000.
Okay, cool. Who is the most likely person to benefit from this type of loan?
Sure. So this type of loan, again, is probably going to be anybody who is buying a home, condo.
It's a good
start. Single family, multi-unit. That's one, they're going to buy typically a property that's the purchase price today is going to be typically about $680,000 or less.
Okay.
And then again, somebody who wants to put down, they're going to buy it as in either a primary residence for themselves, and or they're going to buy it potentially as a second home, so a vacation home, or an investment property. Those are going to be your standard buyers for somebody who's looking for a conventional loan.
Okay. So then, compared to a conventional loan, we all know about an FHA loan. Can you talk a little bit more about what that is?
So FHA loans are loans that are backed by the Federal Housing Authority. With FHA, the difference between that and a conventional loan, there's some definite differences. A few of those being, one, for FHA, you need a minimum credit score of 580.
Okay.
Where conventional, you need a 620. So again, there's more leeway with an FHA loan. Secondly, with FHA, minimum down payment is 3.5% down. So the other important factor is with FHA, your qualifying ratios, which is your debt versus your income. There's a percentage at which you can cap at. And so for conventional loans, typically, you're going to want to see that really at about 45%. You can go up to 50, but that's the max.
Okay.
With FHA, there's more room, so you can go up to 57%. So if you have more debt or you're more leveraged, FHA might be a good product to go with.
Okay.
Also, another really important point is where FHA and conventional, where a main difference is, especially on multi-unit properties. They want to build a real estate portfolio, and a great way to start that is buying a multi-unit property where, again, they can live in one unit. Let's say they buy a 3 or 4 unit. They can live in one and rent out the other 2 or 3 units. Hopefully that rent covers their mortgage payment, and then potentially, again, make some type of income off it as well. So the nice thing about FHA is with multi-unit properties, you only need to put down 3.5% as well, versus a conventional loan on a multi-unit, minimum 15% down. And then as you get into a 3 or 4 unit, you'll have to put 20 or 25% down.
Nice. So it just makes it easier for people to access building a portfolio.
Correct.
Nice.
They can get in for a lot lower of a down payment.
Cool. And then, so FHA, Chicago's a very condo-heavy city.
Yep.
FHA and condos,
Yes.
not common. What is kind of the procedure there?
Well, the procedure's almost
Heavy question.
Yeah. Procedure's almost a non-procedure because, correct, for FHA, a condo has to be FHA approved. And again, in Chicago, we're a predominant condo-heavy city.
Yep.
It's not typical. It's not common to see condos being FHA approved. It's just one of those things. So to do FHA financing or obtain FHA financing for condos is challenging, and it's kind of like finding a needle in a haystack. They hardly exist.
How common are, you could do like the spot approvals for it? Is that common or?
Yes, you can do spot approvals, which means getting that condo building or condo association approved, or that unit. But the problem is you need the cooperation of the condo association to approve it.
Yeah.
You need them to fill out all this paperwork, and usually there's a fee associated with it. And so a lot of the times the condo board has to put aside funds to get approved. And also they have to usually have their attorneys get involved to look over everything. Between the fees, the process, the paperwork, it's just something that you don't often see a lot of places saying, oh yes, we'll go through that process. It's just not common.
Sign me up.
Correct.
No one's doing that.
Right, no, not many.
Okay.
Correct.